Hey, I was processing some of the things that have been going on in the world, and there's just always a myriad of things going on. And maybe it's not just things in the world, right? Because I'm also looking at things that are happening in my own life. And sometimes when I start doing that and I get really narrowly focused on the things that are going on, um, I start to feel overwhelmed. And I start to think, oh my gosh, like, what am I supposed to do with that? What's my purpose in that? And I get so like just drawn into it. And I find myself kind of like ending up in this storm, right? And one of the things that I've recognized is that I have to remind myself, and I'm here to remind you today, that I think we're all doing the best that we can. And if you've ever followed somebody in traffic, or somebody's ever cut you off in traffic, or you've been at the grocery store and you're like, no, dude, that person is not doing the best they can right now. They're definitely in my way. They are going down all the aisles wrong. Just so you know, look closely. It's probably me because I don't know how to grocery shop. Okay. Like it's not one of my gifts. But if you've ever followed somebody and you're like, Dawn, I don't think that person's doing the best that they can. Or maybe there's somebody in your life that's hurt you and you're thinking, no, that person is definitely not doing the best that they can. I want to challenge you for a minute. And it's something I'm challenging myself on is that I think in life, we are all doing the best that we can with the information that we have. And I've looked back at plenty of seasons in my life where I'm like, wow, that was a nightmare. That was like not your best moments, years, right? Decades. And I was doing the best that I could at that time with the information that I had and with the knowledge that I had. And until I decided to do something different, right? I wasn't even aware that there were other options. Now, please don't miss what I'm saying. That doesn't mean there were not people in my life, potentially people ahead of me, or maybe even people that I wasn't willing to listen to, that were telling me, hey, over here, you're going the wrong way. Stop doing that, right? It doesn't mean that there were not people around me that cared enough to say the right things. It was that I was not in a place or a position to hear them. And I wasn't listening. And I think we just have to remember to give ourselves and others a little bit of grace around that. Like we all grow at different paces, and we all grow in different ways and and we grow differently from experiences. And I can tell you that in this last year I have been growing a lot and growing in many different ways just so we're clear that I never would have chosen, but ways that have created a new awareness and a new acceptance in my life, and have also put me in a position to be in a different headspace, right? Like I can be in the midst of a storm and still choose joy, and I can see the good in things that are going on, even if I am looking at it and thinking, no, that's not right. And so I just would encourage you today, if you would challenge yourself to look at people and think they're doing the best that they can. And I don't love the best that they can right now, but have they invited you to the table to communicate with them about that? And if not, have they asked you questions? I get the beautiful opportunity to coach a lot of different people. And I love getting to spend time with people, and I'm trusted with many, many things, and it blesses me greatly. And oftentimes, one of the things that I'm most trusted with is the things that people aren't ready to work on. And I need to give them space for that. And I need to recognize that they didn't ask you a question, Dawn. They just literally gave you information. And so sometimes I just have to receive the information and wait until they're curious enough or they're in a space to be able to receive some new information and make a change or do something different. And so I just want to encourage us to figure out what that looks like. It doesn't mean that just because we have grace for how people are doing that we have to continue to put ourselves in that spot. But it does mean that we get to have grace and we can still speak truth. Just curious if we've been invited to the table to do that, right? And what that looks like. So anyway, I hope that blesses you today. It's just something that's been on my heart that like when I look at people, I think, oh, look, they're doing the best they can right now. And I haven't been invited to speak into that. And nobody's asked me any questions about that. And so I'll just wait and I'll choose to be involved or engaged with that person or this individual or this group based on my alignment with who I am and what I want life to look like, and give them the space that they need to come to the decision that they need to come to on their own. And so anyway, of course, that's not tribal knowledge, as one of my clients calls it, for things. If somebody's going to be unsafe or something like that, right? And again, I think we have to like use our wisdom in those situations. But I am curious if that would lighten your load, and if it would allow you, like it has allowed me, to be able to engage and be connected to people, even if I don't think that they're doing the best that I could. But it's not about me. It's about them. And I'm so excited to watch people continue to learn at the pace that they're ready to learn. I hope that helps you today. And I love doing life with you.